a $40,000 payday. How did one of my longtime students out of Atlanta do it? Stand by. Let's get it. Hello, guys. This is Ty, aka the Flip Man, and today, a blast from the past. One of my earlier students, beyond the Birmingham market, got my man Michael out of Atlanta. I normally don't bring people back on, but he texted me the other day and told me he had a big bag, as they say, coming, and he's very knowledgeable. He's dead serious in the game, so I knew it would be an added benefit to many people out there when he tells, I guess, his story, but definitely about the deal that he just put together. So the only thing I know is how much money he made. I like to try to keep it open so that my thoughts and reactions will be original or whatever. So enough of that. Before I get into it, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification. That's the little bell, so you are alerted whenever I go live or when I upload new videos like this one in the future. So, Mike, what's happening, man? Whoa, you know I got to do some house cleaning before we get started here. Guess what? The Flip Man is now on iHeartRadio. My actual podcast is available there, along with on iTunes for Apple devices and on Spreaker for Android devices. So to access those podcast platforms, simply go over to flipmanpodcast.com. There should be a link in the description of this video and or the comment section of this particular video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification by tapping the little bell so you are alerted whenever I upload new videos and when I go live on YouTube, especially on Thursday nights, where we go live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, where we answer your questions about wholesaling real estate or just real estate investing in general on my live Flippinars at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain, and on the West Coast, 4 p.m. If you want a copy of the one-page contract for free that I've used since 2003 and many others all over the country, simply get over to my website, flipman.net, where you can take advantage of that free contract. But also, if you need coaching with step-by-step courses, that will be available for you also. If you want a free deal analyzer, get over to dealyoulater.com. That's dealyoulater.com. But last but not least, if you want to stand out from your competition and get owners' attention, send them a mailer with a picture of their property on that mailer through either a postcard and or a letter. You can get access to that at mail2flip.com. That's mail2flip.com. Enough of me yapping. Back to the video.
Everything's great, Tyler. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Got another big one, huh? You're getting plenty, I'm sure, but another big one, huh?
Yeah, this is my biggest one since I've been in the business. I made a total profit on this past week. I closed 2 deals. One that rounds out to $24,000, and another one add out to $16,000. Total, a grand total of $40,000.
That's what's happening, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get into that, but I want people to know a little bit about you and how you got started. I don't even remember when did you sign up with me? Do you know what year?
2009 or 2010.
Okay, man, it's been that long. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, just go through number one, which I know your story or whatever, but I have a couple of older videos with you or whatever. A lot of people don't ever get to those, and then the audio and video quality is a lot better on the stuff that I'm doing now. Hopefully it'll improve even more in the future. But if you could just, number one, go through how you even got, before you even got to real estate, what you were doing, and then maybe how you found me or whatever other source you used to get where you are now.
Yeah. So But to go back, I had like everybody else, a regular 9 to 5 job. Work for a cable company and also work for the bank. 2 jobs pretty much, and one job closed down because the crash in 2008 or 7 and 8, and I moved to cable full time, and then that's when I came across your video around 2009 2010. Going through it, looking at your video, had interest in getting to wholesaling, so I bought the course. And like most people that buy your course, I left it on the shelf. I really didn't pay any attention because I was so hung up on my job. 2011, 2011 came. My cable company that I was working with was an independent contracting company, shut down. So I was jobless. I didn't have a job. A little bit of savings and a half, I was using that to get by, and I actually leaned on it until I ran out of money, and eventually I lost my apartment. I lost everything. I was flat broke. So I was looking for a job. I couldn't find a job. You gotta be qualified and things of that nature. So that's when I went into your program a little bit more deeper. Because I said, hey, I got nothing to lose. I'm in a bad place. What's the worst that could happen to me? So for my car, living in my car at the time, I took your course. I went through it. I didn't have a computer. Well, I did have a computer, but I used the library as my internet connection to go to look for properties and things of that nature, and went out and also made phone calls through a little small cheap phone I had at the time. So I was making phone calls to these sellers and give them a call, and one of them say yes to one of them answer the phone, and I went to the property, took a look at the property.
Before you get in that, what were you using to generate leads? Who were you calling?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was calling people from the for sale by owners.
Oh, okay. All right.
And another thing I left out, there was the banner sign that you actually was teaching in your course. I really couldn't afford banner sign at the time, but luckily there was this dumpster that had like signs. Mm-hmm. But the back was blank. So what I did, I took a marker and I wrote "We Buy Houses" and my number on the back of that banner sign, and I put it out on a busy intersection. And
how many signs did you do like that? Just a one or a few?
I found about 10.
Okay.
10,
and you were generating calls from those?
That dumpster.
You were generating calls from those?
Yeah, I was generating calls from those.
Okay. So where did your actual first deal come from?
My first deal came from that banner sign.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Going to, if you remember, which I'm sure you do, how did that come about? What happened? What from the call and just go through it.
Yeah, the call came in. I took the information down. I drove to the property, met the seller. We negotiated a deal, and I put it on the contract. I didn't have your contract at that particular time, so what I did.
What price did you go? Well, let me ask you this first of all.
Okay.
On the property that they called you on, number one, what was the price, and how did you know it was a deal?
The price that I had on the contract was for $17,000. I knew it was a deal because I contact a few realtors in the area, mm-hmm. and I also what else I did? I contacted a few realtors, and I also contact one of my friends at the time to look up comps for me, and he told me the comps in the area. So I kind of got through him. So he told me what was selling in the area, which was 50 to 55,000 at the time. So I got in a contract for 17,000.
Okay. So was it a vacant property, or what was the situation? What was the seller's motivation to sell?
The seller motivation to sell was the fact that she had her granddaughter in the property living rent free, and she had a bunch of her friends in the property just staying there, pretty much busting the place up. So she kicked them. She kicked them out, kicked all of them out, and then it was holes. It was a real disgusting house, you know. So all she wanted to do was just get rid of it and don't deal with it no more. It was her mother's house. Her mother passed away, gave her the house. She figured she put her granddaughter in there that she thought she would take care of it. So when she saw the condition of the property, how she was treating it, she just said, "Hey, I just want to get rid of it."
Okay.
Yeah.
So you put it under contract for 17,000. How did you locate a buyer on that?
I located my buyer through Craigslist. I put the pictures and description of the property on Craigslist, and then I set up. When I got the calls coming in, I set up an appointment for a group of investors and buyers to come to the property.
Mm-hmm.
So we play more like a bidding war at the property. Yeah. So one of the guys gave me $26,000 for the property.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you walked away with $9 grand?
No, well, we did double closing, so yeah, a little $9 grand.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So so you went from living in your car to now, I'm assuming you could pay for somewhere to actually live at that point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I found a place. A little bit at a time. I put 10%, maybe 15% back into my marketing.
Okay.
And so I was buying more banner signs, and now I'm starting to write letters to sellers. So what I did, I went on ListSource to buy a stack of leads,
mm-hmm.
and send them out to sell with ascertain owners. That's what I was doing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So so this was 2011. Fast forward, you've done quite a few deals.
Yeah.
Let's get to the two deals that you put together to generate this 40 big ones. Let's do the 24,000. Let's do the 16,000. How did you go about finding these deals?
The 24,000 I found off a banner sign. The seller brother passed away in the property. He actually died inside the property, and it's long story, another day. But I went to the property, looked at. I couldn't even go in the property because it was so much. It smelled so bad.
Really? So he died in the property, but he was there for some days, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I got outside. We made the Now keep in mind, he contacted about 5 other investors, but I was the first one to contact him back immediately.
So they called 5 other people, but you were the one to call back the quickest.
That's correct.
Naturally did it. Yeah, that's the name of the game. That's why. Did you answer the phone?
I didn't answer the phone at first. No, I had a call center answer my phone.
Okay. So you called him back the same day?
Call him back literally within 5 minutes later.
Okay. All right. So what were the numbers on it? What were the numbers on it?
The ARV on that property, because it was a real hot area, it was 95 to on the low end, 105 on the high end.
Okay.
They gave me for $37,000.
As far as repair wise, was it in bad condition, or just that smell was the biggest thing?
It was a physical condition, but the main thing was the smell.
Okay.
I mean, the guy had dead animals and animal feces all over the place.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. What? So what did you estimate the repairs to be on that?
Estimate repair, I will say, to me was 25, maybe 27 on the high end in repairs.
Okay. All right. So now you got it under contract. So how did you find a buyer?
I found this buyer. I have a large database on my CRM, customer relationship management. Okay. So what I did, I blasted out to all my cash buyers and also my agents.
Okay.
So what I did, I had everybody, like I did with my first deal, had everybody come to the property in a group showing. And I just took the highest offer. My original price was around, I would say 45. That's
Uh-huh.
like a $10,000 spread. But a lot of people is playing the bidding war. Hey, I give you this. I give you 50,000. I give you 55,000. I give you 60,000.
How fast did they close on this particular property?
We closed it within 2.5 weeks later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have a lockbox on it, or you had to meet the seller over there? Did the seller give you a key?
Seller gave me a key, and I put a lockbox on it.
Okay. All right. All right. So you got this guy that's ready to rock on it for the 24,000. The other deal that you had, what you said it was for
16,000. Yeah.
Okay. How did you generate that particular lead?
What I did was I was just I found that deal. I know on a Saturday I was driving around looking for properties, and I came across that lead off called Driving for Dollars. So what I did was I saw the property was vacant. I took the address down. I went home, looked up the seller information, and not only I sent him a letter, I also gave him a call as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what were the numbers on this for what you got in the contract and what the ARV was?
The ARV was around 70,000, and I got on the contract for this wasn't terrible conditions. I got on the contract for 7,000.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So and you pretty much just blasted out to your buyers list?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how soon did you get it on the contract with a buyer?
I got on the contract with a buyer within 4 days later.
Okay.
So I got on the contract on a Wednesday, and I got a cash buy that Sunday. So we had a group showing on that Sunday.
Oh, okay. All right. So you create a frenzy.
Yeah, that's what I do with most of my deals. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now you have both of these in play. I know you closed. Which one did you close Monday? Which one did
I closed both of them on Monday, actually.
Oh, okay. You closed both of them Monday. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you did them at the same title company or closing attorney or what?
Different title companies.
Okay.
Different, attorneys. I'm an attorney state. Yeah.
All right. So you got both of those particular deals. Just to give some insight on, of course, you've been doing it a while, so you've had an opportunity to, number one, the type of market, as far as the marketing that you do. What's most effective for you right now as marketing, as for when you're dealing with houses?
Right now, I would say two markets I use: banner signs and sending out letters to sellers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're in Atlanta, and I get people over there that are students, and actually a couple of non-students. Quite a few non-students, and they'll make it seem like you can't do banner signs in Atlanta, which I know you can because I'm over there enough to see them myself. Or whatever. I have to tell people, just like most markets, and you can back them up on this, or I'll just give you your opinion, is that you can't put them everywhere. Some areas you're just going to be wasting your time and money. Mm-hmm. What's your method to the madness as far as putting out banner signs in a market like Atlanta, which is very, very large if you take in consideration all the surrounding areas? Or
I put them in mainly areas where I feel is mainly for like renters, like a lot of investors will buy a lot of rental properties at, or more like C class area, I would say.
Yeah.
Areas that's like in the middle to low income, more like a blue collar neighborhood.
That's normally what I tell people is that well, really you're saying, all right, this is the best way you explain it to people, in my opinion. You know what an A neighborhood is, right? Mm-hmm. That's the higher end for a market. And you know what a D as in dog neighborhood is. That's going to be the hood. That's, quote unquote, the war zones.
Right.
I don't like that term, and then so you know what C and a B is. You know what I'm saying? If you know what the A is, you know what the D is, then you know what a C and a B should be. And so what you're saying is that you stay between the D as in dog and the B as in boy, along with the C, which is rental areas, which means, if you don't know what a rental area means, is that, houses will sell in all types of areas, but homeowners, you're just going to have less of home ownership going on in some parts of town versus others.
Right.
Towards the direct mail, which I need to get you hip to the mail to flip. with the pictures on the postcards or whatever. You need to get in the game on that. But what do you do as far as direct mail? What is your normal process on direct mail?
My normal process, I know a lot of people say send yellow letters out, send regular letters out. Me, I just send out the combination of both, but I always trying to blast out every single month, either every month or every other month, because I know people normally mail them out one time and they stop.
Yeah.
I'm more good on a consistent base.
When you say mail them out, you mean to the same list? You may mail every other month to that same list?
Yes, to the same list, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Frequency matters. Matter of fact, I'm about to I just did 3,500 to a particular area, and I think, I got a couple of deals, one deal on the contract. I think it's going to pay me handsomely, but I know I need to repeat to it. The only problem is, and you might give me a suggestion on this, and it happens, is that some people you need to take off the list. Do you worry about that? Because they may call you. Some people say, don't keep me on the list or whatever. I may not even get their name. You know what I'm saying? And then like people that you've talked to, like I talked to a couple of realtors on the last mailing I did. I know we're so far on price away from it. When I say realtors, they're the owners of the properties, right?
Yeah.
So, and they're just not going to, it's just rare you're going to be able to get a deal from a realtor. It just is. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I actually used that.
Okay. So okay. Yeah, I hadn't actually showed this or whatever. I've been showing these other ones. Here are the smaller ones. Smaller ones you can send with the company that does it for me. And then, like, if you want to send a letter, then here's the one with the letter in the window of the envelope.
Wow.
Yeah. So you've seen that?
That part I never seen. Nah.
Okay. Yeah. You can put the picture of their property in the letter of the envelope or whatever. So just all about getting someone's attention. And getting them to call you back. You're just playing the numbers game. The most difficult thing with the direct mail campaign is getting your message read. Okay, once you accomplish that, you just let the numbers take over at that point. Or what? That's the only thing you can do. So, just to pretty much to wrap this up, Mike, what's your daily activity like? Because you've been doing it a while. Some people like to know running the business aspect of it. Versus, just getting into it. But once you actually have it going, so just give people an idea what your daily activities are like to try to, keep things going as far as being organized or just a business in general.
Yeah, my daily activity is this. I do most of my marketing, like my letters, organize my letters in the morning time. Like, if I got new leads that just came in from the night before, I have a guy right now that does my bird dog for me. So he go out, give me a list of properties. He give them to me, and what I do is I send them out letters immediately.
When you say bird dogs for you, what is he looking for?
He looking for vacant properties.
Okay. What else do you do on a daily basis?
What I also do in the afternoon, I have what's called a CRM. Like, you can use Podio. I use some called High Rise HQ. It's more simple. To me, it's more simpler, But people use Podio and things of that nature. So
what is it called again? Because I know people want to know. It's called High Rise.
High Rise HQ. They do have a free account, so you can start off with a free account to give you the first 250 contacts for free. But they do pay monthly, but it's very, very well worth the investment that you're going to be paying. It has different tiers, but it's called High Rise HIGHRISE HQ.
Okay.
And if you want to know more about it, you guys can email me and I can send you the link to it. mlbpropertygroup @gmail.com, and I'll send you the link of it.
Okay, I'll put his email in the comment section of this video.
Okay, and
and Mike is also in the Facebook group that we have going on right now. So you can access, just to plug that, you can access the Facebook group right now. You can just go to Flip Man Podcast That's flipmanpodcast.com. You can access the Facebook group, which is a closed group, so you have to be approved, but we're pretty much approving anyone. As long as you don't be in there with any foolishness, we really ain't gonna have too many rules or just trying to advertise everything. We don't mind you posting deals in there or whatever. But and then when you're at flipmanpodcast.com, you can access my podcast on iTunes and for Apple devices and Spreaker for Android devices, but also we're now on iHeartRadio. So this actual interview here will be on iHeart Radio and iTunes and all that through the podcast. So Mike, man, I really appreciate you sharing, basically giving us an update on what you're doing now. To share anything additional with before I let you go.
Yeah, the most important thing, I want to say two things. This business does actually work if you work it yourself. So my big advice to everybody is you don't worry about mechanic portion of the business. The main thing you want to focus is three things, which I focus on mainly, which is marketing, talking to sellers, and making offers. Every day, not to go back to my rest of my day, I always have a goal to send out at least 2 to 3 offers a day. That's my main goal. When I use my CRM4 is to put my sellers I need to follow up on a regular basis, but also at the same time, I always want to make sure I have new leads coming in every day. So whether it's going through, Fizbo, Zillow, Craigslist, or if you got to get a good skip trade, which is you can use TOL, there's White Page, there's other things out there you can use. But the key is you definitely want to get in contact with sellers every day. It's easy to find buyers out there, but if you don't get in contact with these sellers and talk to these sellers and make offers every day, you're not gonna make money in this business. That's what's my personal 2 cents on that.
Hey, that's what's up, man. So, man, we really appreciate Michael showing up and offering his time, getting his day started. I see he has his logo on his shirt ready to go out there and start making some offers. And Mike is in the group, on the Facebook group. So you'll be able to ask him questions and he'll be able to answer also. Really appreciate him participating there. And so, again, Mike, we appreciate you offering your time and your knowledge and your experiences.
Yeah, one more thing. If anybody out there do have Periscope, you can follow me on Periscope at mbuckl5. So it's MBUCKL5 on Periscope. And what I do on a regular basis, I give out free tips. You also get to see what I do on a regular basis. And that occasionally, if my attorney lets me, I'll let you in and I see a actual closing going on.
Oh, that's what's happening, man. That's what's happening. You just send that to me. I'll put it in the comments also.
Okay, no problem.
That I'll handle. Okay, but yeah, appreciate it, guys. And Mike gave us some nuggets. So get out there and do it. And we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Bye, guys.